Hello, today I'm going to show you how to create a symmetrical beetle. Here are 3 examples done on construction paper that's the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. These beetles are symmetrical. That means they are the same on both sides. To start, you are going to choose a piece of paper. You can use construction paper or you can use any paper at all. And you are going to fold the paper in half. And remember, when you're folding, fold corner to corner, edge to edge, and crease. And I like to use my nail to get a nice crease. Now we are going to use chalk, and we're going to use this white chalk right now, but you can also use any kind of chalk. And you are going to draw 3 sections of the beetle. You are going to draw the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. You're going to start at the fold and end at the fold. You're only going to draw on one side of the paper. You're going to start at the top and draw sort of a C shape. And an abdomen. Another C shape. And it goes all the way to the fold. And this is the thorax actually, and this is the abdomen. So 3 sections, head, thorax, abdomen. Now we're gonna draw the legs. Now the legs on a beetle, insects like beetles have 3 sections. So it's almost like a Z, boop, boop, boop. Whereas we have 2 sections to our arms and legs. So I'm gonna go ahead, and there's usually 2 coming out of the thorax and 1 coming out of the abdomen. Now these are pretty simple. They're just lines, but I can make them much more interesting by just drawing another section. Look at that. It looks so professional now. Okay, I'm gonna make eyes protruding out from the head, and I'm gonna make some funky, fun antennas. And then the really fun part is to draw the patterns. So you can draw stripes, lines, dots. I don't even know what you would call this design. Some designs are so unique that they don't really have names. So get really creative with your designs. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And it's good if you have a lot of different spaces, because then you can have a lot of fun with color. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to rub. You can see the camera's shaking because the tripod that's holding the video recorder is touching the table, so it's all shaking. So you want to really press down and really rub right along the fold and anywhere where you know you've drawn with the chalk. And then open it, and you can barely see the transfer. Okay, so what happened is the chalk lines transferred. And it's very, very difficult to see it. It's very faint. The lines are very faint, but you can see them. You have to look really closely, and if you really can't see them at all, then you might need to just do a little more work rubbing to get that chalk to transfer a little bit better. And you are also going to find that some chalk transfers better than other chalk. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I can barely see it, but I can see it. And it also helps that you can just look over here and see what you've done. Okay. So if you can't see it very well, it might not be exactly the same. Do your best. You can see it pretty well, actually. Okay. And the head. I'm sure on the video you probably cannot see the lines at all. And it's kind of fun if you have the antennas different, so I'm going to make one going down. I could have made it more different than just that. If the legs are not exactly the same, don't worry. It might not be completely symmetrical. It might not be completely the same on both sides, but it will look amazing anyway. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to color. And we are going to use construction paper crayons and metallic effects crayons. I'm going to use mostly the construction paper crayons. Crayons are made out of wax and pigment, but construction paper crayons have an extra ingredient, and that ingredient is actually chalk. And that's why you're not going to get a black, you're going to get a gray color, because white chalk mixed with black is gray. And you're not going to get a red, you're going to get a pink though. So red mixed with white chalk is pink. All right, I'm going to show you two things. I'm going to show you how to make an eye look three-dimensional. I'm going to show you how to make an eye look round, like this. And the way that we're going to do that is with shading. So I'm going to start out. You are going to smudge the chalk as you are coloring. Okay, chalk transfers not only onto paper but also onto your hands. So it will smudge, but you can avoid smudging a little bit better by putting your hand on an extra piece of paper. And I'll just move the piece of paper as I go. So I'm going to make a white dot, and I'm not coloring really hard as I go outward. It's getting a little lighter. And then I'm going to go ahead and color the outside. With this black. It's actually not black, it's gray. And then here, I'm going to create that gradation, or that ombré effect, by blending. I want it to be really light in the middle, and then I want it to slowly get darker as it goes out. And then it's going to look round. See how that works? I can also add a little bit of the metallic effects. The metallic effects has a black. Here we go. Can't forget my paper. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to put a little bit of even darker right around the edges. So that's how to create a 3D eye. Now, to create an ombre effect in one of your shapes, I'm going to use some golds. So I'm going to choose my colors first. Here we go. Okay, and I'm going to make it go from gold to red. So I'm going to put my colors in order in the order that I want them. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start coloring. And where I want the two colors to overlap, I'm going to get a little bit lighter. I'm not going to color as solid, not as dark. Just take your time, color really solid. And you will see an ombre effect starting to take place. I'm gonna go back over this one a little bit. I'm gonna add in a little metallic red down here using my metallic effects crayons. And I'm gonna hold this up to the camera now. Do you see that ombre effect that I've achieved using just crayons? You can blend crayons. I'm not gonna go ahead and color the whole thing, but as you can see, this was done with black chalk, and as you can see, it turns out to look just beautiful when it's complete. That's it for the symmetrical beetle tutorial. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and you can also post any suggestions for lessons that you'd like for me to record. You can also email me with your project that you've created. I will leave my email in the comments. Remember, take good care of your materials by putting them away so that they stay nice for a long time. And remember to create every day. See you next time.